the Queen, her corgis, and James Bond. What more could you ask for? This is a clip of Bond escorting the Queen to the London 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony. Definitely an amazing duo. Hey guys, I'm McPhee and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Before we get started, I want to remind you to stay tuned until the end of the video as I will be answering your questions and reading comments. Also, don't forget to leave your questions down below so I can answer them in an upcoming video. Alright, let's get started on our list of the top 5 strict laws that Queen Elizabeth does not need to obey. Starting off in our number 5 spot, speed limits. Yeah, that's right, the Queen can drive as quickly as she wants. Speed is nothing to the Queen. But being the amazing Queen that she is, she doesn't abuse this power. She's always a safe driver. Plus, nowadays, she doesn't really drive that much anyways as she has a personal driver. But she can technically break any speed limit rules anywhere in the country. On top of being able to be a speed demon, she also doesn't have to drive with a license. Licenses are issued in the Queen's name, yet she's the only person in the UK who doesn't legally need one. She also doesn't need a number plate on her car. Yeah, just breaking all the road rules. But fun little fact for you guys, the Queen is actually quite good behind the wheel. She learned to drive during World War II when she operated a first aid truck. She also knows how to change a spark plug. In our number 4 spot, passports. Yeah, it seems like the Queen doesn't need any form of ID. She's one of the few people in the world who doesn't need to have an official identity document. However, other members of the royal family are required to have one. Also, the Queen is quite the traveler, which isn't a surprise seeing as she's the monarch of 16 realms. Also, she is actually the most widely traveled head of state in history, visiting over 116 countries during 265 official visits. Not too bad for someone who doesn't have a passport. And at number 3, birthdays. Now this isn't technically a law, but it is something that only the Queen has. She has not 1, but 2 birthdays. Yeah, when you're the British head of state, 1 birthday is just not enough. Queen's actual birthday is on April 21st, however her official birthday is celebrated on a Saturday in June. Her actual birthday is marked publicly by a gun salute in central London at midday. This includes a 41 gun salute in Hyde Park, a 21 gun salute in Windsor Great Park, and a 62 gun salute at the Tower of London. For her official birthday celebrations, she is joined by other members of the royal family at the spectacular Trooping the Colour Parade. I have to say, 2 birthdays every year, it would be pretty awesome. Coming in at number 2, taxes. Something people hate more than anything is paying taxes. It's just a pain in the butt. And if you don't get a return and owe money, it just stings that much more. When tax season rolls around, that's when I miss working at Cineplex for minimum wage. I would always get a nice chunk of change back from my taxes, but sadly, those days are over. All citizens in the UK and many other countries have to pay taxes depending on their earnings, but the Queen is exempt from this law. As it's written, the Crown has a legal tax exempt status because certain acts of Parliament do not apply to it. But I guess in 1992 she was feeling left out or something because she voluntarily paid taxes since then. Also, to add on to this, the Queen can't be sued. Yeah, it's impossible, so don't even try. On top of that, she also has the right to not give evidence in a court, and she can't be prosecuted. Alright, and before we jump into our number 1 spot, I just want to remind you guys to please show some love by giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. And once again, stay tuned until the end of the video as I will be answering your questions. Alright, and in our number 1 spot, war. Yeah, so technically if the Queen wanted to, she could start a war against any country at any moment. As we know, in practice, these decisions are made by Parliament, but they officially do need the Queen's permission. Luckily, the Queen is an amazing leader. She's calm and able to think with her head on straight, and she doesn't make decisions based off of being a hothead, unlike a certain other ruler. Luckily, in the UK, only a monarch has the power to declare war and peace under the royal prerogative. And since the Second World War, there have been no declarations of war. But nonetheless, the British Armed Forces have taken part in armed conflict on numerous occasions. Yes, the Queen is literally above the law. On top of being able to start a war, she also has the right to break any law. But as I said before, luckily the Queen is quite modest. Alright, and it's that time of the video where I answer your questions and read comments, so let's get started. From our most recent Dr. Phil video, Alistair Varden said, "Wow, this was amazing. I hope you carry on making some countdown videos, maybe a video blog sometime. Wish you all the luck with your channel. Much love from South Africa." Thank you so much for tuning in, Alistair, and for your lovely comment. We really appreciate it. Dan H said, "I love you so much, Court. You always make my day better, even on my worst days." Well, thank you so much, Dan, and you just made my day. Our last video was about Disney characters who swung both ways, and we received this comment from Safa King saying, "Disney should never have homosexuality in their their movies, and this sparked quite the debate. Some people agreed and others strongly disagreed. Personally, I think it's great. Disney has such a huge platform, especially with kids, and I think it's awesome that they're showing kids at a young age that love is love, and most importantly, you need to be happy and proud of who you are and who you love. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Next, Tila Frazier said, "Why does it matter if it's 2018? People need to back off." Yeah, couldn't agree more. Next, the Bidmaster said, "I love this channel, and what is your favorite horror movie?" Thank you so much, and oh, that's a tough one. Either The Conjuring, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Strangers. Actually, Strangers isn't one of my favorites, I actually hate it. But it's definitely one I find really scary because I hate masks. Alright, that's all the questions I have for you today. If I missed yours, no worries, I might get to it in the next video. But to make sure I get to you, make sure you leave your question or comment in this video as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Show us your love by giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.